Hey, got some important news here. There's a major meteor shower occurring currently these next few nights. I saw some activity last night, and it was pretty awesome because it was so frequent. I knew that it was a meteor shower. So, usually when you see shooting stars within a few minutes of each other, it's a meteor shower. So there is a Taurid meteor shower going on in the eastern sky and overhead. And this is coming out of the constellation of Taurus, the zodiac sign. That's why it's called the Taurid meteor shower. Now, this morning at 12:39 a.m. Pacific time, I was actually at the grocery store riding my mountain bike through the parking lot, about to park and go to the grocery store, and this brilliant, blazing fireball shooting star came diving down the eastern sky, and it was green and white. And then a couple hours later, when I got home, I saw another shooting star diving through the same area of the sky. So, according to spaceweather.com, this is the Taurid meteor shower. I haven't watched that one very often through the years. I usually watch the Leonid meteor shower on November 16th, 17th, and 18th, and the Geminid meteor shower on December 13th and 14th. Or the Lyrid meteor shower on April 21st and 22nd. So the Taurid meteor shower I'm beginning to see is a very attractive meteor shower and very reliable and spectacular. So that's a cool thing to look for this evening. After midnight, for the next few nights, if you look to your east, you'll see east and overhead, you'll see some activity with some shooting stars. It's pretty awesome. And then we got this huge sunspot on the sun right now, and it's heading towards the center of the sun's disk, which means it's going to be pivoted at a point-blank position to strike Earth with a solar flare if it stays on the center of the sun long enough to push out a heavy solar flare. If it stays on the center of the sun long enough to spew out a solar flare, then it can disrupt our radio communications and cause auroras to appear in unusual places like the southwestern desert, California, Arizona, Utah, Texas. So that sunspot complex on the sun is 200,000 kilometers wide. And I'll show you a picture of this here. It's pretty big. I should have probably used my tablet. It's sharper. But let's see here. Let's look at that sunspot. Well, there's a meteor shower going on for the next few nights in the east and overhead. If you look out after midnight, the Taurid meteor shower is happening pretty strongly. It's pretty nice. And then the other news that's going on, there's this huge sunspot on the sun called AR2443. It's huge. It's a huge complex, and it's... Just look to your east, brother. Anywhere in the eastern sky after midnight and overhead, there's a very active meteor shower going on tonight and for the next few nights, probably the next week or two, the Taurid meteor shower. And this sunspot complex on the sun is heading towards the middle of the sun. So as you see here, it's slowly rotating towards the center of the sun. Now, if this thing stays on the center of the sun, then it's aimed point blank at the Earth, and if we get a nice big X flare, then we can get some auroras in the deserts of the southwestern United States, and we can get major disrupted satellite surface charging and blackouts on radio frequencies. So certainly a very monumental sunspot. Look at that thing. It's very unusual to see such a big sunspot complex on the sun. It's huge. They say some of these black splotches are the size of continents on the Earth, and some of the black marks are even the size of the Earth. Now again, that's the sun right there. So as you see, the sunspot complex is heading slowly towards the center of the sun, or actually the sun's rotating so that it will be aimed point blank at the Earth within the next day or two, which is basically bad news for satellite surface charging and radio blackouts on radio frequencies and any other havoc. And again, the meteor shower is pretty awesome. I just want to say assuredly that there is a very active meteor shower going on right now every night for the next week or two. If you look to your east, there's certainly very pronounced, reliable activity of meteors and shooting stars happening. So if you just gaze at the sky for a couple of minutes, you should see very nice shooting stars. Now, the best time to look is after midnight, your local time, for those meteors. And I promise you, they will show up. It's very reliable and attractive, and it's pretty cool to see that much activity. I saw 2 last night. So just look after midnight to your east and overhead. And in the meantime, if you can order some solar eclipse glasses, you might be able to see this sunspot. But if you point binoculars and project the sun, you can also see this big sunspot. So that's the news update for astronomy news day and night. Thanks so much, and have a good one. Happy sky gazing.